Sip the sneak real quick. New melon flavour.
Nice.
Oh yeah, also follow me over at twitch.tv/ImMosey. Don't want to miss it. What is up, guys? Mosey here with another video. This time it's going to be my opinion on the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to talk about movement, grind, SBMM, maps, stability of the servers, Warzone, and DMZ. So, combat record on Call of Duty, as you can see here, I played a lot of time. I know it's bad, alright? Don't shout at me. So, of course, you can see 77 days of play, not 17, 13 hours, 10 minutes. And I'm an average COD player. I haven't got an insane high KD win-loss ratio. To be honest, I was camo grinding, it's about the win. Average score per minute, 1200 games played, average KD a game. So we're going to first of all talk about the camo grind. As you guys are probably aware, as you can see, I'm polyatomic here. I have Orion. I keep calling it Dark Skies because it was the first type of camo there. But we're going to talk about the camo grind really quickly. The main thing we're going to talk about was it worth it? In my opinion, 50-50. I'm 50-50 on it at the moment because was it worth it? I've got the max camo. Yes, but it's not all of that. We will get into some gameplay later on in the video. I'm mainly going to be showing off different camos and stuff. It's nice, only on some maps. The darker maps, it's a bit lackluster. I would like it if it moved more. They have recently updated it compared to when it first came out to where it moves a little bit more. As you can see, it's actually moving now. A lot of people are going for polyatomic a lot more over Orion. I still will use Orion because flex. Platinum is also very nice in this game. Gold is also very nice in the game. There are also some really nice ones in the game. They've added some classics, which I absolutely love. I also love these solid colors. Red, one of the best. The aqua is also really nice, and whiteout and pinkish. But they've added these classics. So you've got Urban from Modern Warfare 2. You've got Full from Modern Warfare 2. Black and Blue, I think this is, I don't know, I've forgotten what Call of Duty this is from, honestly. And Hex, I also forgotten what this is from. Spectrum from Ghost, and I don't know where this one's from again, but there's hundreds of camos, 198 camos, right? How to unlock gold in this game is very easy. The camo grind is, in theory, easier. I enjoy that. It's more for so casual gamers can and are more likely to grind for the mastery camo. What I don't like, though, is that once you get the camo, you would think, I get a calling card. But there is currently no calling card for getting Orion camo. So there's no way to flex it if you don't want to use the camo. There's no way to prove that you have got it other than having to have it on a gun. Which, I mean, I understand, but if you remember back in Cold War, had a title for both the zombies camo and the multiplayer camo. So in that sense, the length it took me, I mean, I started the grind as soon as the game came out. Basically, I could get a few guns gold, but then I just blitzed through it. The long shots were probably the ones that took me the longest because the style you have to play, the way you have to play. I was lucky enough that I didn't complete in like 2-3 days, so I managed to do all of my long shots in tier 1. Which is basically hardcore. We'll get into that a bit later. But yeah, so you kind of have to sit at the back of the map and just camp for every single gun, apart from the launchers, riot shield, and knife, obviously, because you can't get a long shot with a knife or a riot shield. Or can you? In the sense of this camo, it was more tedious and boring. That's why I didn't want to stream it. It's kind of, long shots, One game, you complete a gun. Another game, you have to back out of a map because you can't get long shots. You can't just run around and play how you want. Whereas when you get into the polyatomic grind, you just blitz through it. Polyatomic grind, honestly, for all guns, took me 3, maybe 4 days of playing. The ones that took the longest and made me want to smash everything there was shotguns, because you have to get 20 headshots with every single shotgun. These basically took me a day. I know that sounds, you got them all done in a day. But when you're thinking, I was doing a gun, maybe 1 game, 2 games, a gun. So when you weigh up that, and then shotguns taking me a whole day, yeah, it's very tedious. I'm also max level in the game, to level 250. That is the current max level. The things that I would improve about this, I mean, I think the grind is fine how it is. Honestly, the grind is fine. Yeah, there's going to be tedious things. There's going to be things you don't like. But apart from that, I like the way they've done it because you get just, I think, 51 guns platinum, then you can do a polyatomic. So as and when I'm recording this video, the M13B, the Victus, which is basically L96, or the Tundra, the Bass P, they're all out. So get those ones done instead of 3 launchers. That's what I did. That's the way I did it. I like the way that you can now do that. And then if we wait a bit longer, there's gonna be another gun. So you have to do any launchers, but I didn't want to wait. Polyatomic, you just run around, blitz everyone, play the game how you want, just aim a bit higher. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, you just aim for the head. The way that I did it was I just whacked everything on recoil control and aim down sight speed. The non-completionist camos are ones I want to get into. I like the idea of them. Some of them, very tedious. Like the crouch and prone kills, yeah, they're alright, just make you camp. The mounted kills as well, but the 10 point blank kills. With a pistol, yeah, it's alright. But some guns have point blanks and then there's kills from behind and other stuff like that. Those ones are very, very, very tedious. But that's the whole point of a grind, is it's meant to be a grind. It's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be done in like a few days. All I want for this camo to be, right? Brighter, moves faster. That's it. Tier 1. So, Tier 1 is a game mode that they have introduced as hardcore. I say hardcore in thingies because it's a bit of a weird one, right? So hardcore, you would get hit markers, there'd still be a kill feed, you would know if you got a long shot or not, or a challenge done in hardcore. Tier 1 you don't, there's no hit markers, there's no HUD, you don't get if you complete a challenge. The worst thing about that is if you start shooting at like a Harrier or something, you don't know if it's a team or an enemy Harrier until it starts shooting you back, and by then it's a bit late. Also, teammates sometimes don't show up as teammates, so there's a lot of team killing going on. Kill feed as well. You get a slight sound if you get a headshot, if I remember correctly. I don't remember, like, I did all my long shots in Tier 1, it was just a blur. I just loaded into the game, sat at the back of the map, long shot, blah 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 blah. Invasion is an interesting one. People basically just use Invasion to level up their guns, and I don't think anybody actually plays it seriously. Ground War is Ground War. I like the fact that Ground War's in it, but I don't play it. Multiplayer is now 5v5. Is it 5v5 or 6v6? I want a 10v10. That was one thing that Vanguard did perfectly. They let you choose what type of thing you wanted it to be, whether you wanted it to be, was it 5v5 or 6v6, 7v7 or 10v10. I would love a 10v10. It's faster pace, a lot more kills per game. We're going to talk about movement. The movement in this game is slower than other Call of Duty. I'll just show you. Just edit this all out until I get into the game and we'll load into the game. The movement in this Call of Duty is a lot different to other CODs. I can't quite figure out if I like it yet. Can't slide cancel, which is a big thing that a lot of people are upset about. I'm not too bothered by it. They did semi-remove jump shotting. But as you've seen then, people were complaining, so they kind of brought it back. I believe there is a way to slide cancel. My editor is definitely going to leave that in. I feel like this Call of Duty is overall a lot slower. So I don't mind a slower Call of Duty. As soon as Shipment or something comes out, it's going to be, well, it's going to be Shipment, it's going to be fast anyway. Everyone B-hops everywhere, jumps around corners. There's a lot of camping in this game, but then again, Activision, a small indie company, did say they wanted this game to benefit the Sentinel play style. So basically campers. But they did add one thing to the game, which stops that esque of camping, which is a drill charge. And they are very fun. I'm surprised they haven't been nerfed yet, I'm not going to lie to you. Another thing in this Call of Duty is the skill-based matchmaking is a bit iffy. I still don't fully understand how they're working it and stuff. Like, it almost seems like you get punished for doing good. And a lot of people aren't happy with that. I'm excited to see what maps they bring back, because we've been told that year 2 there's a lot of maps that are coming back. I just hope they don't mess a lot of them up if they're like OG maps. Let's talk about the very controversial talk of mouse and keyboard versus controller and aim assist. I believe controller is superior. It's overpowered. I believe that aim assist in this Call of Duty especially, although it's been nerfed, it's still questionable. When you watch some of the kill cams, you just see them aim in and it just goes straight to you, or you literally watch their controller just go like this and follow you. You're kind of sort of going, So guys, this is the gun Polyatomic, and this is Orion. Another main issue I had with this game is the servers. Let's talk about the servers. The stability of the servers, majority of the time they've been good. A few times, like when the Warzone came out, you can couldn't access your friends list. That was fun. So you couldn't actually play Warzone with any of your friends. Well, there was a certain way to do it, but it was tedious. It's 50-50 whether you get a good server or a bad server. Good server, you're playing fine. Bad server, it's a slideshow. Another thing about Warzone, I'm not a Warzone player, let's be honest. I'm over a multiplayer. I'll play Warzone with my friends. One of my friends will uploads our Warzone videos. Very, very good content. I'd highly recommend him. Shout out to Bokkai. Link will be in the description. Go check him out, give him a follow. DMZ and Warzone use the same map, but DMZ seems to weirdly run so much smoother than Warzone. I guess it has a lot less players in it. I don't know how many people are in a DMZ lobby compared to Warzone, which is like 150 people, but it runs a lot smoother than Warzone does. But looting in Warzone is a questionable one. They've done a new looting system. I don't know how I feel about it, of course, because it's different. It's a change. I kind of like it. It's also very tedious when you want to try and loot a specific thing. My opinions on Warzone, though, I enjoy it. It's fun. I had a good time playing it day one, apart from instant server crashes and everything like that. Also, there's a lack of money all around. It's almost like it forces you to go and loot a stronghold to even be able to afford it. There's one cool thing about Warzone is the nuke. 5 wins in a row. And then on your 6th game, contract shows up. So you get the contract, you pick up the 3 components, you go and arm the nuke, and then you protect the nuke, and then you nuke Warzone. In my mind, that is the coolest thing they could have done to Warzone. It's fucking cool. My overall thoughts on Call of Duty as a whole is it's very good. I'm really enjoying it, and I can see the 2 years of it being played. Would I buy this game? Yes, 100%. I haven't been paid by Activision. They don't know who I am, but I think this Call of Duty is worth. But yeah, guys, coming to the end of the video now. It's my overall view on Call of Duty, and I hope you like the video. And if you like this kind of video, let me know, and I shall do more and maybe upload more Call of Duty videos. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you.